Good evening, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. It's Saturday night. It's time for another Romhack race, and I hope you're ready. We have got a pretty cool level tonight. We get to see something a little bit special, but I wanted to point out first a little bit of backstory about this one right here before we get started. This is a backup level. ThirdWall has come in and helped us out with a really cool level. We've got something from his upcoming hack that's still a ways away. Got a backup level for us tonight. The reason we couldn't go with our originally planned level was we were not able to fix a lag, an issue that was causing lag on some setups. So thanks, ThirdWall, and I hope everybody's ready because it's going to be a fun one. We have got, let's see, what's our thing here? Length of longest section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. Complexity, 6 out of 10. Execution, 6 out of 10. And new level from ThirdWall, so you know it's going to be full of some tricks and some cool stuff. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We're starting right on time here. This is Romhack Races. We do this every Saturday. You can learn more over on romhackraces.com. That's our website. And get this patch if you want to try this for yourself. These racers have no idea what they're in for. They're just going to have to wing it and figure it out on the fly. This is kind of a sight reading, consistency, and sort of one-shot type of thing. Consistency could get you to the part you need to get. One shot could get past it. And we're going to see how everybody does. Exclamation leaderboard in chat if you want to see the leaderboard. But nobody's going to be on it yet. And big shout-outs, of course, to everybody else doing stuff behind the scenes at Romhack Races. We got Dr. No running the restream. D to the Fourth helping us out with the website. Dark9, Osu and friends. Kelgan helping us out. Scouting. And these racers who are about to take off. So one thing real quick I just wanted to mention, my commentary might be a little bit behind tonight because I am watching on the actual stream instead of on the restream tool that we have. We're sorting out an issue with that. So if I'm reacting to things just like a little bit late, that's why. But so let's get ready to go. O'Hare International. We got RB Pimlico, You Fail Me, Yuri Densetsu, B2DE ready to start this off. And what in the world do we have here? Wow, okay, everything is moving. This is pretty neat. So some kind of, I don't want to say basic platforming because it's anything but basic, but we're just jumping and moving right now to start out. There's a lot of stuff moving on, looks like layer 2, but it's moving in weird ways. And gonna have to see how it all moves. Looks like we got an on-off switch to hit, and looks like everybody is trying to kind of get to that point. Winged block jumps, and just really some good platforming to start this off. This is cool. So I'm trying to kind of figure out what's going on, because this is my first time seeing this as well. Looks like the layer 2 is just kind of like sinking and then moving to the left. Looks like You Fail Me in the upper right has got the hang of it and hitting the on-off switch for the next part. Yeah, need the on-off switch, and then that opens. Oh, wow, this is so weird. This is weird. I like it. The on-off switch, I don't know if it's on a timer or what, but the on-off switch also seems to kind of change the direction of the blocks, and now everything is kind of rising up a little bit. Oh, wait, I think I get it. This is wild. I'm like figuring this out with everybody. So it looks like the on-off switch is like high or low like position, and then the layer 2 is always scrolling to the left. That's pretty interesting. Wow. Yeah, big freaking cosmic level design here from ThirdWall tonight. B2 getting to the Yoshi part, but still needs to get a little bit past it. Haven't seen much progress past the Yoshi. Here goes RB Pimlico. This is pretty wild. Nice flow here. You get that from ThirdWall's levels. We've seen that before. This is mostly harmless if you've checked it out. Really good flow. You're always kind of moving cleanly through sections and obstacles. You Fail Me. Yikes. You Fail Me in the upper right. Getting a little bit of progress. Needing to bail off Yoshi. Hit the switches that are in the ceiling there. And then surf Yoshi along on the 1F0. You Fail Me. Getting a shot at that. RB Pimlico. Kind of. You Fail Me and RB Pimlico right now at the top of the screen. Kind of in the farthest position right now in terms of just progress. B2 also making moves for it. Really, the challenge right now, I think, is to get in there, once you get on the Yoshi, to get down fast enough that you have a good angle at the on-off switches on the ceiling, because if you're too slow, those are going to scroll behind the munchers, and you're not going to be able to hit them. Oof, you fail me getting consistent. Looks like B2 as well. I like this is okay. I'm trying to think of how this level's gonna go right now. Nobody has like a kind of been thinking lately about like position and talking about these races in terms of like who's in what position. Looks like you fail me getting a little bit of progress, but people have been to the same point in the level. No one's had like a kind of a breakout run yet. So that's what I'm sort of waiting for. And as like you fail me, RB Pimlico, Yuri Densetsu as well in the lower left, getting that Yoshi slide. As they pick up consistency, well, somebody is going to break through and start getting to the next part or be able to make progress. This is where it counts right now. Do this in a few. I don't know how to say this any better. A few fewer deaths than your other racers, and you might find yourself in the lead. But we win. Thanks for the gift sub to ThirdWall. Hey, if you got some ThirdWall emotes, put them in chat. If you don't, go get them on twitch.tv/ThirdWall. Hey. Yo, you fail me with the big progress. There it is. You fail me making a little bit of moves, and now they know what is coming up next, and that knowledge is helpful. Is it gonna clinch the win? Maybe. We'll see. But it's really helpful to know. Look at that, getting back there. Yuri Densetsu, though, look out. Yuri Densetsu quietly here in the lower left has been making big progress. Oh gosh, though, you fail me though. Following up progress with more progress. That's good. You fail me getting ready to maybe hopefully get a checkpoint or something here soon. I really like the way I'm trying to think of like stuff to mention about the level and the mechanics, but this is and I say this because I like that. This is a really smooth just platforming challenge. I think that's really cool. I think it's really neat how there's like so much complex machinery going on. Everything's rotating and moving and kind of sliding and moving up and down and stuff. And really, you're doing some platforming in between all that and just making a nice flow. So really, it's skills that the players are using here is honestly just kind of being able to gauge your jump correctly. Maybe not using slow fall if you don't need it. Say you want to descend right a little bit faster. As we all know, Super Mario will fall more slowly in the air when the jump button is being held, and we call that slow fall. And so sometimes maybe if you want to drop a little bit faster, you might want to know to let go of the button so you just get that extra block worth of sort of space-time in your jump. But really just having really good platforming physics and controlling your jumps well here is really making the day for everybody. The Yoshi 1F0 bailouts are a little bit tricky. In theory, you shouldn't have to worry about it as the Yoshi is sliding along there, but being able to, where you fail me kind of just was, slide that Yoshi along the 1F0 and then get on top of it and really quickly get off is kind of a, I wouldn't say, it's not a very tight frame window, but it's kind of tight. This is a blind race. This is a sort of a sight reading challenge. The racers do not know what they're in for. They've never seen the level before, and they're trying to kind of sight read their way through as quick as they can. We're 7 minutes in, and this is kind of to be expected for a level. This is a little bit trickier than usual, but not like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I think this hits a nice medium. Here goes You Fail Me. Oh, hey. All right, I think I can see what to do. I think You Fail Me gets it too. That long runway. Hitting the on-off block to flip the dotted line to solid blocks to make that runway for yourself. That's the other element too, is opening and closing the gates, basically. There's just like a big wall. Hit the switch to open the wall or don't. Looks like Yuri Densetsu also getting to that runway section. I'm going to take a guess at what you're going to do there, and I think the racers get it as well. This is a pretty readable level despite the motion going around. I was going to say awkward motion, but there's nothing awkward about it. It's pretty smooth. It's just unnatural. It throws you for a loop. With this level being called O'Hare International, I thought maybe we'd see the like the airplane terminal background or something. This must be these new subterranean terminals at O'Hare. Ah, yes, indeed, the famous moving walkway. Aha, yes. All right, I have been to O'Hare in my travels as well, and so I was happy to see an airport that, oh, I know this one. This is an airport I have been to. That is true, the moving walkway. Okay. That's funny. Okay, well, it's good lore. Good lore. Thanks again for stepping in for a backup level, ThirdWall. We really appreciate it. Nice to see a new creation. Yuri Densetsu, let's go. Oh, what the heck? So Yuri Densetsu is actually kind of takes the lead right now for progress and getting P speed on that runway. But why? Yeah, right? Nowhere to go. Interesting. So I don't know. Maybe Yuri has an idea. I have a few ideas if it were me, but let's let the racers figure it out. Huh? Yeah, that one really long tunnel. Wonder what you do there. What's cool about a level like this, with I guess a lot of I don't mean when I say basic, I don't mean like it's like boring or bland. It's just it doesn't have a lot of. There's not a lot of other stuff going on besides jumping, moving, and hitting switches. But for a level that does work like that, it's honestly, you can trust it, right? When you get to a new situation like that hallway or something, what do? Well, you probably run and jump somehow. You know, you're not scratching your head about how to do some setup or figure out some machinery. Do I throw the shell? Do I drop the shell? Where do I put the Goomba or whatever? What do? You probably go. You know, you probably go somewhere, and there it is. Yo, Yuri Densetsu getting oh no. I'm sorry. Let me just rewind the tape a minute. And Yuri Densetsu, almost made it in there. Classic. Yeah, classic tricks, but look at the consistency. That is what wins Romhack races, my friends. Oh, yeah, and there might need a little bit more than that. The consistency, though. Look, Yuri Densetsu just motoring right back there. They're not dying on the things that they already learned. How quickly can you accumulate knowledge about what to do in the level? Knowledge alone isn't going to save you, right? You have to be consistent. You have to be able to get there. You fail me, looking like they're ready for a shot here. Getting to the hallway as well. All right, so Yuri Densetsu back for another try, and you fail me, learning an important lesson. What the heck? Okay. Well, now I don't even know. I don't even know what to think. We got RB Pimlico working hard, B2 DE working hard. We've got others as well, and the scouts are helping us out, letting us know who's making progress where. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thank you, Pat, for the raid. Welcome to Saturday night. Welcome to Romhack Races. A 6 out of 10 level tonight in general, and a moving layer 2 that moves up and down with the on-off switches, and some really flow state platforming from ThirdWall tonight. Yuri Densetsu in the lower left had the most progress, definitely been to the pipe the most number of times right now. You fail me, trying to catch up. They're pretty close as well. Hey, whoa, let's look up how to get Mew on GameWinners.com. It's Rusty Fuzzy in the upper left, making some progress. So being rotated in, the scouts have let us know that Rusty Fuzzy could be getting close to the pipe of their own. Okay, a little bit of lore. So the Layer 2 is a custom on-off Layer 2. ThirdWall added Layer 2 fast auto-scroll sprite to make it scroll left. Pretty wild. Oh, look out. Yuri Densetsu, what in the... Oh. What in the heck? So, we're going... Oh, geez. This is getting wild. Buckle up, yo. This is like some freaking Doc Brown, Marty McFly stuff going on over here. We gotta reach 15 gigawatts of power, or however many. 65? Surely 15 isn't enough. I misquoted. Are we going back? Are we going back to the future at O'Hare International? 88 miles per hour. Thank you. 1.20. Yeah. 1.21 gigawatts. Sorry. Of course. How could I forget? I'm a terrible mad scientist. I really am. Yuri Densetsu just racking up the chances right now. They've really got their technique dialed in, and they know when to jump, when to move, and how to get back to this part. Looks like B2 in the lower right, also making some progress, but needs to work on that fireball tunnel. You fail me too in the upper right. Had been making, been getting to the end, and they're getting back. All right, I like this. Getting the right number of hits on the Blarg at the end of that section is a bit of a trick. You can, so when I was a kid, I thought it was like a beak or something, but it's actually, if you look carefully, it's the eyes of the Blarg. It's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And you can spin jump on the eyes as they're going. Here goes You Fail Me in the upper right. Let's see what they got. You Fail Me. Oh, and Yuri Densetsu too. Let's do it. What's it gonna be? Oh, whoa. Oh, the switch. The switch. Look out. Yeah, sorry if, say, my commentary, sorry if it's a little bit delayed from what's actually happening. I'm watching the stream in a different way than I normally am for these races, and it staggers the commentary a little bit. No worries, just something we're sorting out behind the scenes, but just wanted to point that out in case you're like, he's like reacting like really slow to everything. Yuri Densetsu with another chance, but I wanted to point out this Blarg spin jump here for a minute that just killed Yuri. So the Blarg is sticking its eyes out of the lava, and when it's doing that, you can get a spin jump. And then there's a moment where, as you know, it ducks below the lava and then comes back up. And you can spin jump on the Blarg in that moment, too. But getting that delay right, there is a moment where if you're just kind of neutral bouncing, the Blarg is just going to like drop out from under you. You fall in the lava and die. So kind of getting that delay right is a little bit of a trick, and something you can do to help yourself out in situations like that is just count the number of bounces. And if you always bounce in a repeatable way, like a full jump or a neutral jump, then you'll get a better handle. Like you always know, you get to the Blarg, you bounce 1, 2, 3 times, you're up in the air, and then you always avoid that diving into the lava delay, and don't risk dying that way. It can be a tricky timing, though, because that can be easier said than done. It's easy when you can just do neutral bounces or full bounces, because that's a known constant that will always be the same. But sometimes then you do have to articulate sort of a half bounce kind of timing, or a lower jump that's cut differently. So that's where the nuance comes in for that. I really do like. Oh, Yuri Densetsu, let's go. It's a phrase I kind of throw around and maybe overuse a little bit, but the sort of elegant simplicity involved with doing something that is just kind of basically platforming. I think that's cool. I've said that, I mentioned that before, but I think we get a lot of stuff. I like it all on Romhack races, right? Like ASM, custom stuff, weird stuff. It's all good. But this is kind of an interesting kind of type that you don't see very much, is like using ASM to achieve something kind of basic. It's like backwards. Most people make their ASM and their chocolate gimmicks add up to more complexity, you know, and this this is doing is just making the platforming more interesting, which I think is kind of cool, you know. It's like I don't know, it's like spending all day to make like a really perfect chocolate chip cookie out of the most like high-tech ingredients, just to make like a perfect, simple, good kind of chocolate chip cookie of a thing. That's how I feel this is. You Fail Me. Oof. Oh, yo, Kerr in the upper right too, making a little bit of progress. What did happen to Kerr there? I kind of just caught their screen as they were dying. Did they maybe try to kind of get squished or go in the pipe? Yuri Densetsu back for another try. And maybe they need another try after that. Oh no, hi, yes, it's me. I'm Glitch Cat. I am indeed commentating. And they're off here at the Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard Superdome. Here goes Kerr, getting a little bit of P-Speed and staying out ahead of that platform. The trick right now for all the racers, Yuri Densetsu, here they go. The trick right now for the racers is trying to figure out, oh, wait a minute. Trying to figure out what to do. Yeah. You know what? Okay, here's the thing. Most of the time for Romhack races, I am also commentating without having seen the level, because I think it helps my commentary and it helps me put myself in the racer's shoes. In this case, Yuri figured this out before me. I'm actually super, not that I'm like always figuring it out. That happens frequently. That's not a rare occurrence. But in this case, for sure, I wasn't sure what was really going on here either, and it looks like Yuri's got it. That's pretty freaking smart. Wow. So let's see. I'm not gonna say it out loud quite yet for spoiler potential, but yeah. So yeah, check out Yuri Densetsu, the one to watch right now in the lower left corner, because I'm pretty sure they have it. There's something else about that pipe obstacle that you may not have noticed. I noticed it, but I didn't even mention it because I thought it was just maybe an environmental detail or something. Here goes Yuri Densetsu. Let's see what they got. Can they get this? Is this going to be the thing? Yes! So low! Let's go! Very cool. Yuri Densetsu figured it out. Hey, boss. And we have a boss. Let's go. Wow. That's impressive. That's really clever and really impressive. So yeah, did you notice what happened there? Let's check out Yuri while they fight the boss and see if chat can sleuth out the answer. I'll say it out loud like in a little bit, but sometimes in order to prevent maybe strat sniping or whatever, I don't explicitly say spoilers quite yet. Let's see what Kerr can do. And Yuri, wowee. Oh, hey, all right. Looks like Kerr might have the idea too. But Yuri Densetsu here with a really cool Wendy. I'm so surprised that anyone comes up with anything else to do with Wendy that we've never seen before. Really, there are so many Wendy variants and so many Big Boo and Reznor variants that it's so impressive, honestly. It's like, there ain't no more gold in this mine, and then ThirdWall comes up and says, nah, there's gold over here in them there hills. I don't know where I'm going with this silly prospector analogy, but at any rate, we got a really interesting Wendy fight. The Layer 2 scrolling, the blocks make the floor, but the on-off switch opens the floor, and you have to open the floor in order to hit Wendy, and then you got to close the floor in order to stand and live. Meanwhile, dodging 3 Plobolos. I deliberately say that wrong on purpose, but it looks like Yuri Densetsu has making short work of this. So we could get Yuri could have the win here if they can get this boss done. You fail me in the upper right. Oof. Oof, question mark? I wonder what they're thinking. The plow, the Mr. Plow's in there. That name again is Mr. Plow. Also notice the Layer 2 in this boss fight is speeding up, and the black anon blocks on the left or right will obviously kill the plumber. Something else to be mindful of. Oh, and there's bullets too that are shooting in there, just for fun, bullets. I appreciate that though. I don't think that's overkill. That's just a hair on the side of overkill. That name again was Mr. Plow. You fail me, I think, taking a look here. Can it accelerate infinitely, or does it reach a cap? That's a good question. We'll have to go to O'Hare to find out. The bullets make the Wendy pattern more favorable? Interesting. Except when they don't, of course. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look out. Louis Douce sighting in the lower right-hand corner of your television screen. Not on the boss right now, but I think if perhaps anyone, I mean, everybody's got a chance. I'm not trying to play favorites or anything here, but if anyone has a chance to stop Yuri Densetsu right now and beat this boss quicker, it may be Louis Douce. Although Kerr has also gotten really close. This is super interesting that what these racers are lacking right now is just like that light bulb moment. It's a clever trick for what you're doing to actually get out of this section. They call him low saturation Louis. You know, the extra saturation, the lack of saturation actually helps Louis. It saves frames, makes the game run faster. We got Kerr, we got You Fail Me, Yuri Densetsu, and Louis. Although Yuri Densetsu really just like grinding experience. Oh my gosh, You Fail Me and Louis, the sync right now. Are they both gonna get it? Oh, please both get it. Oh no. Zanian, thanks for the raid. What's up? Welcome to Romhack Races. Here goes Kerr in the upper left. Oh no! Good try though. We got a level from ThirdWall tonight. Yuri Densetsu in the lower left, in the lead at the boss, but everybody else is right behind. Hey, thanks so much, Sleep Sonic Titan, for the gift subs. Thank you so much. All your subs and bits go right back into the Romhack Races community so we can do stuff around here. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You can always check out more or join the Discord on romhackraces.com. Thank you. Keep your eyes on Yuri, though, if you want to see who's in the lead. Lower left-hand corner of your screen. Things are heating up. Is this not a 3-hit? Uh-oh, this might not be a 3-hit Wendy. I haven't been keeping track. Kerr in the upper left, though, knows what to do. Oh, jeez, Kerr, Nor. They almost had it. Nor. You Fail Me. Uh-oh, looks like they might have the right idea. So have you noticed that behind the pipe that pushes you, there are doors? And obviously, as we know, you have to be standing on a platform to get in the door. And hitting that on-off switch on the way back is a big pain in the butt. And as Kerr realized, what you have to do is go through the pipe at the right moment so that when you go through the pipe, you're standing on the 3-tile gray platform. That way you can enter the door without getting squished. Kerr figured it out and is about to challenge. Oh, geez. Okay, so it's the battle of one-shots versus experience right now. Skill versus experience. Kerr versus Yuri on the left side of your screen. Yuri's had more time with the boss, but it's not like it's tough to figure out what you got to do. So can Kerr sight read it a little bit quicker, or is Yuri's experience going to win it for them? Or, of course, we got You Fail Me, Louis, or any of these other fine individuals who could take it on. Yeah, the music accidentally breaking. Big oof. But, you know, well, I mean, medium oof. Not necessarily a big oof. Rather that break than, you know, soft lock the game or something. An oi, yeah, maybe just a oi. Yeah, imagine a ROM hack that just works. It's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a perpetual motion machine. Or an MC Escher drawing. Oh, geez. Yuri Densetsu getting so close. They're consistent on the first couple hits now. You Fail Me and Louis. Man. You Fail Me right there with it. Oh, Louis trying to go for the timing. So there is a little bit of timing involved with backtracking through that pipe. you gotta time it in just such a way that you're exiting the pipe right onto the door, and then immediately get that good up input to actually go in the door. Do we know how many hits this takes? I don't know how many hits this takes. Mr. Owl, how many hits does it take to beat the Wendy boss at the end of the ThirdWall level? Louis Douce might find out, making their way, and it's a 3-way tie. Yuri with the most experience, followed by Kerr, followed by Louis. But like I said, this is the thing I think that makes... There's a lot of things, but this is one important thing that makes Romhack races interesting. The battle of sight read, less experience, clutch plays, versus more experience, safer plays. Right? Is Yuri's experience going to win, or is someone who got here sooner gonna kind of steal it out from under them? And I think that's really interesting because it could go any number of ways. Yuri could have had it first try too, right? You fail me as well. They know what to do, so we might see four at the boss here. This is really... I'm starting to notice how freaking difficult it is to stand on this moving platform. Oh, is that it? Oh! Yuri, that looked like it. Oh, no. Oh, Nor. Big Nor's in chat. Oh, that looked like it. Boy. Gosh. But yeah, as this layer 2 is moving so fast, I mean, you have to like keep jumping all the time. If you don't get a fast enough jump when you land, you're just going to get thrown against the wall. So this is a lot more challenging than it looks, especially as the layer 2 speeds up. And with 3 things on the screen you have to deal with, your jumps have to be really accurate and really well timed. And you're kind of doing that on the fly. You can start to establish a pattern, I would say, for this, but it's at least in the way the Pobodos move. I haven't been looking at the Wendy pattern to see if it's consistent, but you know, for the most part, you still are just kind of having to eyeball certain moments and just kind of jump for it. Yuri Densetsu, though, with the experience... Yeah, consistent till it isn't, usually. Mostly harmless. The pattern's the same except for the bullet bills, word. I really like this kind of tense moment going on here. Just shy of a sub 30-minute clear. It's consistently inconsistent. If it's inconsistent in the same way every time, then it's in fact consistent. If you know that the door has a squeaky handle, then that's just gonna be the one with the squeaky handle, you know? Just like how springs are kind of janky, but they're janky in a predictable way. That's the one drawer in the cupboard that always sticks. So you just know to pull that drawer a little harder. Like, yeah, it's janky, but it's janky in exactly the same way every time. Is that really janky? Getting heady on Romhack races. You know, this boss kind of has shades of the, I know it's not the California cheeseburger. Whatever that ThirdWall, I think ThirdWall beat that one World Peace boss. It's the something cheeseburger. This kind of reminds me of that. I wonder if that was maybe a little bit of inspiration. I like this dumb fight. The California cheeseburger. That's a Simpsons joke for those playing along at home. Yeah, it's got that same fast-moving tunnel. That's what I'm noticing. No, inspiration is good. Riffing on other ideas and inspiration is how we get anything. Takamoto was just riffing on Kaizo 1 or Lost Levels, basically. Hey, there it is. Yuri Densetsu. Nice job. Experience played out, won the day, and Yuri Densetsu first to get to the boss and the first to win it. Good job. Good job. Consistency definitely pays off, and Yuri really did a good job with that this whole race. Staying consistent enough to make it to the boss first, and getting the practice they needed to get out on top. Nice job. Nathan MG in the lower left, Kerr and Louis still working on the boss fight. Kata Jason, thanks for the gift sub too. Oh, how's everybody doing? Feeling okay? I feel like I've been just talking up a storm here. How you doing? How you feeling? Sure am doing. Glad. Better than not doing, I suppose. Or is it? You know, no sooner had I said that than I thought, wait. Feeling tense? That's why they're pros. Yuri, thank you for the raid. First place. GG. Really well played. You got very consistent. That was a win. That was not a fluke. You got very consistent and really made it through. Nice job. We're looking for a second right now. You fail me trying to get in that door. Nathan MG trying for the same. Louie and Kerr fighting Wendy. Well, really, they're fighting the Pobodos and the speed and the fast-moving walkway. Can't we just install fast-moving walkways everywhere? That'd be so fun. I've literally been on the moving walkway at O'Hare, and it is just a treat. Treat yourself. It's a good time. You get to walk really fast. I feel like Captain Flash. You might say I feel like Radiation Dude with super walking speed. It's just super fun. It's awesome. Well, you could stop. How would you stop and smell the roses? You could stop. All you gotta do is stop yourself. The moving walkway is ending. Please stay to the side to let faster people pass. There's always that one homie that's just like excuse me. There's always that one homie that's just hanging out on the walkway, just standing there, you know, just like kind of haggard, kind of tired, and like I feel for that person. Like I get it. They're too tired to even enjoy the super fun moving walkway. Just kind of haggard, standing there like, move. I don't want to move. It's moving so you don't have to. That's true. Yeah, Louie. Rough times. Looking for a second. Louie and Kerr. Actually, Louie got here after Kerr. So Kerr with a little bit more experience on the bus per time. But Louie with those fast acting reflexes. You know what else too? There's a really delicious food shop that O'Hare makes me think of. It's if you've been to O'Hare, perhaps you know. You fail me. Nice job not failing. Getting in the door. Nicely done. That was a very smooth, well-timed maneuver there. They knew that timing, and they're like, go. Got it. Well played. So it's you fail me, Nathan. You fail me, Kerr, and Louie. Sorry, never mind. Louie's done. Nice job on second place. Louie do say for the second place win. Kerr and you fail me now, working for third on the boss. But I have to represent, if we're talking about O'Hare International, I have to represent my favorite snack shop whenever I'm flying out to the West Coast and I happen to stop at O'Hare. I've got to go, even though it's kind of pricey because freaking airports, man, overcharging you. But you may know it, Nuts on Carson. It is a delicious shop where they sell delicious delicious foodstuffs. And Nuts on Clark, is it why is it Carson in my brain? Oh, I know why, because Carson is in Pittsburgh. There's a Carson in Pittsburgh, and that's why. Clark, yeah, okay, Clark. Well, you would know. ThirdWall making the level today. Knows the O'Hare lore. Yeah, Nuts on Clark then. Yeah, that place. I don't know how it became Carson, but yeah, it's delicious. Always try to stop there if I can. I don't care. I'll overcharge. It's like a special treat, you know. I know that's like just kind of expensive, but like specialty tourist airport stuff. But you know what? You got me. You got me, Nuts on Clark. Nuts. You fail me versus Kerr right now. Nathan MG almost back there. They're in. Hey, what do you know? Nice job. Well played. Nathan MG really rocking it out tonight. I have seen their skills improve quite a bit over the time they've been doing Romhack races. Don't mean that as a backhanded compliment. Just that nice. They're playing strong tonight. We got Muzzle in the lower right. And they are also, looks like they are getting close to getting in the door. Do they know how to do it? Oh, they definitely know how to do it. What in the heck? Everybody's in there. Everybody in the going to O'Hare. Getting some nuts from Nuts on Clark. All right, dude, the battle for third place is on right now. Although I would like to point out that even though, we say like first place, second place, whatever, it's a race, but we're here to support everybody. It's not like, oh, you lost, It's everybody versus the level. And honestly, sub-hour, sub-2-hour clear on this level, really good. This is hard stuff. This is harder than these racers are making it look. If this looks tough to you and you don't play Kaizo, this is twice as hard as what it might actually look like, for sure. Well, marathons are a type of race, aren't they? It's a marathon race. Just like a Cool Ranch Dorito is still a chip. It's just also a Cool Ranch Dorito. Like if I said, pass me the chips, and you handed me the Cool Ranch Doritos, I wouldn't say, no, chips. Oh, Kerr! I would say no. I would say no for Kerr, though. Not getting the spicy ranch flavor of victory. Here at the Mountain Dew Thunderdome. It's not as though if you cut my arm off, you will call my arm Mitch. And then if you attach my arm, you will call me Mitch altogether. The thing about Twitch, though, if you say you're doing a marathon on Twitch, that already has specific connotations, right? That's like a speed. That's like GDQ is a marathon. Kerr, nice job. That was fast. Once they got to that final hit, they were just like, no, I'm done. They got. I actually didn't get a chance to watch them as closely as I might have liked, but looks like they had a pretty good pattern going into that. GG, Kerr, solid third place in a sub 41 minutes. Nicely done. Nicely done. Endless Ascent joins us in the upper left, ascending into position. You Fail Me, Nathan MG, Muzzle working on the boss. Dang it, now I made myself hungry. Now I want to get some specialty peanuts or almonds or something from that shop. Why does O'Hare have to be so far away from me? I could get in a plane right now and I could be there, though. Y'all want to meet up at O'Hare International later for some Nuts on Clark? And then I'll just fly home. I'll just buy a one-way ticket to O'Hare, and then I'll just buy a ticket home, and I'll just be like, okay, I was at the airport. I got to route myself through Baltimore International, though, so I can also stop at the Quiznos. There's, like, not any Quiznos ever in the whole wide world, and there's one at the Baltimore International. It's not even, like, a good Quiznos. It just is a Quiznos. At the O'Hare Peanut Kiosk. How far would you go? We all miss Quiznos. I miss Quiznos something fierce. I used to work at a Quiznos and I miss it. Their prime rib and peppercorn sub was too good for this world. We didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve their prime rib, spicy, delicious peppercorn sauce. We didn't deserve their bold, zesty chicken carbonara. We didn't deserve their weird little commercials with those bizarre things that sang that off-key song. They were better. They were better. They were just too... Stay gold. Stay gold, Quiznos. Stay gold. And we didn't deserve their chili bread bowls. We didn't... So, it was so amazing. Oh my word. I could lament Quiznos something fierce, but that's not why we're here. We're here for Romhack races. I'm just going off on a tangent. Ugh. Poor Quiznos. Endless Ascent making their way to the platform. Oh, too early. The peppercorn was the best. It was the absolute best. Zany, yeah, a buddy that worked there could get free sandwiches when you worked. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I could get free sandwiches when I worked there too, by making them and then putting them in my bag. Save them for later. What else is good in Chicago? If we're all taking a trip to O'Hare International to meet up at the specialty peanut kiosk stand, what else could we do while we're hanging out? This is a Chicago stream tonight. What's all like the really tourist, like school field trip Chicago stuff? The deep dish pizza I feel is a given. The sky deck. I hope that's like the hollow deck. That'd be cool if it was. Oh man, Pita Pit. I remember Pita Pit. Dang, haven't thought about Pita Pit in a while. They were pretty bomb. The Willis Tower. Oh, sure. That clears it all up for me. Not being from Chicago or anything. Yeah, oh, sure, the Willis Tower. Yeah, Endless Ascent getting close on that pipe. You fail me, Nathan and Muzzle. Still hanging out working on the boss, and we're all hanging out too. Ooh, Science and Industry Museum. That sounds fun. Sears and Roebuck. D4, do you live in Valhalla? Is that how you can code everything and you always have the right subs? Are you just from like the realm of forms where everything it's perfect? There's a Quiznos. Oh heck, look, turns out there's a Quiznos in my kitchen. Wow. Amazing. D4 just coded a Quiznos. Can I get that Quiznos patch and hijack the code from my local Subway and turn it into a Quiznos? But doctor, I am Quiznos. Oh man, Bub, I read that as Devo Street and I got really excited. There should definitely be a Devo Street in Chicago. That seems like a Chicago thing. Of course, I say this not knowing what any Chicago things are. You know what's strange though? I have dreams sometimes where I am either in or going to Chicago, specifically Chicago, and I don't know why I would pick that of all places. It's weird. Hey, all right, Nathan. Nicely done. I didn't want a commentator curse. Nicely done. That's a really strong finish. Nathan MG's really been playing well tonight. That was great. That was great. It's really interesting to see, you know, some players might get thrown for a loop on some week of Romhack races by some kind of gimmick or needing to do some very precise item trick that they're just not that familiar with. And I actually really like to see when you put players in just basically a platforming level, how like different players can kind of like do a little better or shoot a little higher. I don't mean this is a backhanded compliment. I try to go to lengths not to make it sound that way, but like give people just regular platforming. It evens the playing field, is what I'm trying to say. That maybe some player isn't as good at item tricks or water or whatever. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses. But just regular platforming is that nice, even. Everybody's got a shot. We all know how to platform. Nathan, thank you for the raid. Good job on the level. Yeah, that was great. That was great. Layer 2 is weirdly sticky. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I learned, actually, I never knew this. I learned this playing Panga's Kaizo Kindergarten, is that you fall more quickly when you run off the edge of Layer 2 than you do. And you can't run over a one-tile gap like you can if the background is not on Layer 2. And I never knew that. And Layer 2 ought to interact in the same way as regular ground, but yeah, like you say, it has some weird kind of properties. Hey, all right, they're coming in hot now. You fail me. Nicely done. Very, very well done. You fail me for the win. Super Mike, too. Thanks for the gift sub. Neon Green Fruit, have some cats. Or no, not cats. This isn't my stream. Sorry, I'm on autopilot right now. Have some Romhack Races emotes. This is Romhack Races, not my stream. I'm straight up just on autopilot. Germ Dove coming in the upper right. Endless Descent in the upper left. Rusty Fuzzy in the lower right. And Muzzle in the lower right working on the boss. But yeah, the cool thing about the fact that SMW is held together by duct tape and dreams is that it works. And it works like surprisingly well, It's like SMW sometimes feels like, I don't know, just like some janky machine that some prospector built in their basement, and like there's no way that this thing should work. This is made out of coffee cans and stuff, and yet it does. It works so well. Or like those, like SMW is like one of those junk sculptures. You ever see those where people like arrange a bunch of trash and misshapen parts in a way that when you shine a light on them, the shadow makes a really detailed image in the back? That's like SMW. It's the beauty that gets created by the trash. RB Pimlico, upper left, and starting to fight Wendy. Wendy O. Koopa. Okay, this is actually really interesting. I didn't know this. Thank you for the lore, ThirdWall. Yeah, this is a custom Layer 2 smash on-off. Amazing Chesto Kevin's on-off smash and made it friendlier. For fun, you put the background sprite in, and for the fast background sprite, and it worked. That's really super neat. It only accelerates when it's down. When it's up, it locks speed. That is something cool I like about your designs, is that you design around things where some other people are like, this doesn't work, whatever. It doesn't work how I want it to. Where ThirdWall, and I've seen from some Lunar Magic streams and stuff, you tend to like sometimes just be like, well, all right, like this is how it is, so let's just design around it. And that's interesting. I should try that too more sometimes. Don't just throw it out, but just like see what it does. Maybe you can make something cool out of it. Good job, you fail me. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for racing with us tonight. A Rusty Fuzzy. I don't know if they know what to do yet at that part, but they may learn it. Yeah, I agree. Way with boss fights, definitely. Endless Ascent joins us in the lower left. Made it to the boss. Let's go. Germdove not too far behind either. There's a kind of a thing with bosses where I use the phrase agency. That the player needs to have enough agency to fight the fight. If your movements are too limited, if you're always blocked, well, you can't go to the right because you died on the right. You can't go to the left because you died on the left. You have to jump at this one time. If you jump too high, you die. You also, you know, so and so and so on. That denies agency to the player. And that makes the boss more difficult to fight. There's kind of a sweet spot, and I think this boss is a good example of, it's sort of like the Price is Right. You want to get just close enough without going over. You want to make it challenging without denying too much agency, so the player just never feels like they had a shot at all. And I like this, like, look at the different elements that work in this boss fight together. You've got the Lair 2, that's the main thing. And then on top of that, the 3 Pobodos. You could have less, but 3 makes it especially challenging. 2 or 1 might be a little bit too easy. There goes Muzzle. Nice. Too easy for Muzzle. And they are out of here. Yeah, that was close. They barely made that, but they clutched it out. Nicely done. Nicely done. But yeah, so you got the 3 Pobodos instead of 1 or 2. And even just 3 Pobodos in the fast scroll might be a little too difficult or too easy. So the bullet, let's say if there was like an eerie swarm or a thwomp that tracked you and dropped on your head, now suddenly you've gone too far over. Now you've denied the player too much agency and restricted their movement too much. But with the fight like this, it's just in that sweet spot. And I think that's a strength. That's a strength in boss design, is knowing whether it's not enough or too much and you should stop. At a certain point, put down the paintbrush. It's over. Don't touch it anymore. You're going to overwork it. There is such a thing as adding too many dangers in a section. 5 Pobodos. Yeah, that might be going overboard a little bit. And that's where good playtesting and nuance kind of comes in, is just knowing how you feel as a player and kind of trusting your gut. Oh, dear. Oh, Rusty Fuzzy is still working out that final door obstacle, and I'm going to give Rusty Fuzzy as many cool points as they can catch on a fast conveyor belt for doing that, because I haven't seen any other racer actually manage to hit that switch. That's not what you actually do, but that was a really difficult thing to pull off. So remember that thing where you get like a minute inside like a big fan chamber and you have to like catch all the dollar bills you can? I'm giving Rusty Fuzzy 3 minutes in the cool point chamber where they can catch them as they go by. Yeah, that's impressive, right? That's not what you do, but that's really impressive that they did it. So Rusty Fuzzy, maybe taking a minute to think about that, because they die. I'm gonna guess they thought that's what you do, and now that that's not what you do, their whole world has been thrown for a loop here. RB Pimlico though, Endless Ascent, and nope, not Germ Dove. Just RB and Endless working on the boss. Oh man, Rusty Fuzzy, the big existential pause of contemplation. Rusty Fuzzy getting up to get a drink for a minute here, just like, nah. Oh no, Germ Dove, they almost had it. This is a good example of a lesson that I've been trying to drill into my own brain lately when it comes to Kaizo. If the thing that you're trying to do is suspiciously hard, maybe it's not what you do. Like, you get this tunnel vision sometimes. I think especially, and I don't mean this as a dig again, but like good players who have trained in a particular way get that kind of tunnel vision where if it's a hard trick, they don't question it. Oh, it's a hard trick, I guess I just do that. If something is suspiciously difficult, maybe it's not what you do at all. Try to consider that. It's helped me out, and it may help you out as well. Oh, fun fact, these are actually custom doors that are super free to get the entry. That's pretty cool. I think that's a nice touch and a fair design. It would be maybe a little overboard to have the player actually get that good door entry. Isn't it funny how RB Pimlico is a high-skilled gamester and won the boss sub 1 hour too. I love these sub 1 hour clears. Nicely done. RB Pimlico for the win. And Germdove, oh, look at that, getting in there. Germdove into the boss. Germdove versus Endless Ascent. Rusty Fuzzy catching up, but they're not too far away. But I was going to say, isn't it funny how if you just play regular Mario World, you will literally never have an issue with doors, you know, in the way that we have an issue with it in Kaizo, that something that was like never designed to be a challenge in Mario World, it like turns out that it is. I think that's funny. Yeah, true, unless you speedrun. But just for like how casual players, the only thing you're ever meant to do with a spring is pick it up, walk somewhere else, set it down, and then jump on it while it's on the ground. That's how that's how the game is designed for you to use springs. And that's half the reason why they're so janky in the first place, is because you're not supposed to do that. You know, I often feel like Nintendo is kind of like the dad in the Lego movie, where, what are you doing? You're supposed to put the Goomba doesn't go here. You're not supposed to use springs that way. Oh my gosh, you've got the Shy Guys aren't even in this game. You know, just so exasperated with us and our quality questionable level design choices, and how we like seem like we're exposing all the bad code in SMW. No, we're not. We're breaking it out of recognition. This is like getting a frisbee, melting it into a flat shape, and then being like, this is a terrible bowl for my soup. Can't believe the frisbee manufacturers didn't make it so that I could put my soup in here. Like, no, duh, it's a frisbee that you melted, man. You know, like, that's what's going on in Kaizo sometimes, and people are like, oh, janky game. Like, understand that that's a really tongue-in-cheek joke, because it is we who are the janky ones. It is we who are breaking the frisbee. That shouldn't be in the item box. Power-ups go in the item box, not things that kill you. The brown blocks should not act like munchers. They're supposed to help you. Oh my god, you put too many Pobodos in the but the floor scrolling. Listen, we need to have a talk here, son. We need to have a talk about what you're doing with this wonderful world that we created. A good Android box emulation station. I think RetroArch would be the way to go for that. But don't quote me. Maybe somebody else can pop in. RB Pimlico, good job. Thank you for the raid. That's right. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you play the intended way. Walking Eye, ooh, joins us in the upper left. Weird controller, quality gameplay. Walking Eye and Germdove and Endless Ascent now working on the boss. Rusty Fuzzy in the lower right, making their way into the door pipe, the platform door pipe. Yeah, right, Rambo Llamas? The devs could look right around on Kaizo and be like, what the heck is this? All this janky ASM? What the heck? But really, just if you ever think Mario World is a bad game, just consider the fact that you're trying to make a soup bowl out of a melted frisbee. And sometimes it's not going to be as good as just a bowl that you got from a artisanal ceramics warehouse or anything, you know? Just keep that in mind. This is a frisbee bowl here. I know this is a silly analogy. It's supposed to be to make you laugh. Yeah, that is true. It's like someone melted the Frisbee and they did it with matches. They had to literally rub two. They had to first go and get the Frisbee. Then they had to literally go out into the woods and rub two sticks together to start a fire, to make a brick oven, to melt the Frisbee with matches, to form it carefully into the shape of a bowl, all for us to eat some delicious egg drop soup or tomato soup. Or some Chicago deep dish style tomato soup. This makes me think of, oh man, The Simpsons, where they're like, it's like a hot summer day, and there's a guy that's selling chili out of a car, and he's like, chili, piping hot, Texas style chili. I'd like to see that video. That's kind of cool. Miyamoto and Tezuka playing a Mario Maker level and laughing how they'd get fired if they made such twisted levels. I do sometimes wonder about that urban legend that I think it's just something that people say. There's absolutely no evidence whatsoever to back this up that I could possibly find anywhere. As far as I know, it's literally just a joke, but what if Miyamoto was Takemoto? Just making levels that, you know, you couldn't ever make just on their spare time, or just drinking some sake on the weekend and being like, ha ha ha, look at this dumb stuff. What if? Or Tezuka or Iwata or someone. You know, what if like that's the reason why they're absolutely super quiet about it, is because they actually are like, they're like Miyamoto or someone, you know, or whatever. I don't know. You know, it's probably not true, but I mean, that is true. You know, that is true. Tofile is. I stand by this. This isn't necessarily a joke for me. I do think Lost Levels invented Kaizo. Essentially, Kaizo can trace its roots back to the Lost Levels. Lost Levels is the first Kaizo. Nintendo invented the Kaizo block. There are invisible blocks in Lost Levels. The 8-bit Lost Levels, the original Famicom one, that they're not necessarily as mean as a Kaizo block in a game where it just freaking kills you, but they serve no other purpose other than to just get in your way and wreck your jump and potentially kill you. They're not quite as mean-spirited. Takemoto took it up a notch to really make that like, you're going to die now, ha ha ha. But there are Kaizo blocks in Lost Levels, and other little things that are just there to trick you and not actually serve any benefit. You don't need the block to jump up on the ledge, for example. You don't need it anywhere. It's just there to mess you up, and they're also conveniently right by a ledge in case you do go off the edge and die. A4's final room in Lost Levels has a pipe blocked by Kaizo blocks, so you have to take it back to the start. Yeah, they're like trying to trick you in a manzai comedy sort of way, where they're just like, you're being cheeky, and they slap you with the fan and say, haha, no, you have to do it the hard way. There's a certain like Japanese game show vibe to like Kaizo in its origin and Lost Levels, you know, where it's kind of never over, and every time you think you're gonna get out of the trick and do it, you know, oh, I see, I'll just do it the easy way. Like, literally, the whole joke of the Kaizo block is that you're looking at the trajectory and you make the easy jump. And the Kaizo block says, haha, you have to make the harder trajectory there. Like it's the meta has changed and evolved and stuff, but that's the I mean that was the joke for a Kaizo block in the beginning, was like forcing you to not take the easy way out, punishing you for doing the less difficult version of the jump. Yes, the original. Yeah, move faster. The original Proton John, Kaizo 1. Yeah, there really is. There's a Takeshi's Castle kind of vibe going on with like Kaizo level design and that kind of thing. It's deliberately cheeky and kind of a trickster god. Even Takamoto themselves kind of styles in some of their postings and stuff. They sort of seem to style themselves as kind of a trickster god sort of thing. Man, this is a good fight. So we got a fight. We got a race going on too. Walking Eye, Germ Dove, Endless Ascent on the boss. Rusty Fuzzy getting there. So we have Takeshi's Castle. What about Takeshi's Moving Castle? Takeshi's Moving Castle in the sky. And Knuckles. Here goes Rusty Fuzzy. Let's see if they have a new idea. Ooh. Oh, poor Rusty Fuzzy. I don't know if they quite understand what they're doing here. Takeshi's Airship would be a cool level title. I don't know. It might not have been done. That's high praise, Nathan. This is a cool Wendy fight, for sure. Like I said, I always think I've seen it all. Every time I see a creative Wendy fight, I'm like, that's probably the last creative Wendy fight there'll ever be. Honestly, how people keep coming up with ideas for literally just the Wendy fight, it really blows my mind, actually. It's one of the most creative things I think about Kaizo, is just somehow we seem to literally never run out of ideas for Big Boo, Wendy, Lemmy, Reznor. Like, ever. Ever. It's really cool to me. Yo, CO Cadelic on the boss. All right, let's go. Rusty Fuzzy trying to make their way in the pipe door pipe. Door platform pipe. That is, yeah, same, Louis. There have been like styles. That makes me really think. There have been like actual styles in level design. Certain things have just gone out of fashion. You know what else has gone out of fashion? Dolphin Swarms. Dram 101. Dram 2, I think, even had one. I think Grand Poo World 1 had one. Dolphin Swarm surfing has really gone out of fashion. Yep, waiting for a good dolphin. I think everybody just got sick of it. What other things have gone out of fashion in Kaizo? Like, there's really no reason to stop using them. It's just kind of everyone just kind of collectively moved on. Fishing boot surfing is still as popular as ever. Kaizo blocks kind of went out of style, but they're kind of coming back. Yeah, 5-room castles, yeah, are somehow still a thing. I was going to say, they kind of morphed. I was going to say, I don't think they really went out of style as much as they just changed into 6-room castles and 8-room with a checkpoint castles and 3-area RNG castles. Just got kind of weird. Hey, all right. Whoa. Endless Ascent. Wow, that was a fast clear, beating out some folks who have been on the boss a lot longer with the skills. Nice job, Endless Ascent, well played. Drop a follow if you see something that impresses you. Go and say hey to these racers and support the Kaizo community on Twitch. Big zooms. Yeah, the end of the level fade out death. That's true. It did come back aggressively strong. That is, yeah. Yup. We got Misha Vargas in the lower left. Everybody else on the boss. Walking Eye, Germdove, Co Kadelic, maker of Bun Bun World and Bun Bun World 2. Has everybody been getting to check out the questionable level design judging streams? Got to see a little bit of Oth today and Rezi, who is a judge as well. SMW Central's got the questionable level design, and in my own heart, I'm calling it the quality level design competition. Can't spell questionable without quality. Okay, look, you can. My lie is exposed. But nonetheless, it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. ThirdWall, yes, not being able to. ThirdWall also a judge. It's going to be, from what I've seen, it's going to be fun. They honestly look pretty fun. Maybe a little bit questionable, but that's the name of the game, isn't it? From what I've seen, it looks kind of fun. I'm doing the, hey, CO! Oh my gosh, CO Kadelic. Getting out of the fight. Nicely done. Well played. That's twitch.tv/CO_Kadelic. Mr. Kadelic was my father. We got EJ in the lower right. Misha Vargas and EJ working on the section. First part, Walking Eye versus Germdove on the boss. But I'm doing the KLDC. I'm doing what everybody else did for KLDC. Is because I'm not a judge for questionable level design, which honestly I think others are better suited for it. I'm more of a straight-laced kind of Kaizo level design. I think I would not be as good of a judge, so they picked the right homies for the job. But as not a judge, I just get to watch and have fun, and I don't have to play them all. I just get to wait and see what the really good ones are, and then I'll play the really fun ones. Hey, Misha Vargas, nice job. Misha Vargas in there and getting ready to go on and fight the boss. So I did not make a level, Tofile, and from what I've seen, honestly, I couldn't compete with some of the really wild stuff that people have made. Mine would look kind of dumb and silly by comparison. I will tell you my idea though. Now that the contest is over, my idea, which I was gonna make it and then I didn't have time, and it just didn't work out for me this time. But my idea was that it would be a text adventure, and instead of actually playing a Kaizo level, instead you just go through a series of message boxes that give you like a choose your own adventure kind of thing, and then you play a Kaizo level with text. So it's just like, you approach the ledge. Do you do a big spin jump or a double tap regrab? And then you go into you pick your selection, and then it says like, you did a double tap regrab. Ah, you hit the muncher ceiling. You should have gone lower. Better do the spin jump next time. And then you just play through a whole, like, just a really like generic Kaizo level. You see a chuck gate. What do you do? And then you play through a whole generic Kaizo level, all in text, and there's actually no gameplay at all. That was my idea, but I never ended up making it. Maybe I still will sometime. And you just like, you technically beat a pit level, but you do it in like, you just read it. It's a read your own adventure. Suddenly, a Kaizo fish falls on your head. You should have turned back left. You're dead now. Ha ha ha. Chat spams lol at you. Yeah, Kaizo Pit text adventure. That was my idea. Just take the level out of it. There's just no more level at all. I mean, but heck, why stop there? Why not just make a why not just literally make a physical book that is a choose your own adventure novel that is an entire Kaizo hack where the only decisions you make are just like what to do, like with the controller, but you're just doing it in a book. You literally just read the book. I don't know. This seems funnier to me. Maybe it's just funny to only me. Germdove had some sad eyes on the boss. I think they're going to get close. Another thing that I thought would be funny, which would require a lot more ASM, would be it's called like Super DLC World or something, and it's just like it's like Yoshi's Island 2 in Mario World, and you start out and it says like it pops up like welcome to Yoshi's Island. Press forward on the controller to walk a little bit. And then you press forward and it stops you and another thing pops up and says, great job, you walked forward a little bit. Now press B to jump on the Goomba. And then you jump on the Goomba and it pops up like, you just jumped on a Goomba. You've earned 1 Goomba point. Jump on 5 Goombas to earn a badge. And then you do that and then you like have to do something and it like, the more you play the level, it's like a Kafka story where the more you play the level, the more minute things pop up as like an informative box or an achievement or something until like you can't physically beat the level because you just get an achievement for walking 1 pixel like every time. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Germdove, yo, let's go. Nice. Germdove is out. They finally did it. Good job. Sub 121. Nicely done, Germdove. Well played. Yeah, EJ getting closer on the first section. Rusty Fuzzy working super hard. Rusty Fuzzy, I'm going to give Rusty Fuzzy 5 more minutes in the cool point grab chamber because they're really working hard. They hit the switch. They freaking hit the switch on the way back. That's like impossible. I don't know how they did that. Oh, they actually hit it again. Oh my gosh. Ugh. The Hard Work Award. Definitely going to Rusty Fuzzy tonight. Oh, D4, that's a really funny idea. Old school roguelike gimmick where everything moved turn based in 1 tile increments. Oh man. I really like the idea of a hack slowly completely breaking down. We've seen that before from some D4 ASM, turning it into a win for Misha Vargas. D4 just live hacking and hacking the win. You know what? No, I can't sell Misha Vargas short. They did that on their own. Well played. GG, Misha Vargas. Nice job on that boss. That didn't take very long. They were in and out. That was a quicker boss clear than the clear that actually won the level. Nice job. Well played. Less Than Possum joins us in the lower left. EJ, Less Than Possum, Rusty Fuzzy working on the section. Walking Eye working hard on the boss. But I was going to say, I really like... There's just something really fascinating to me about the idea that it's a Mario World ROM hack, and as you play, the game just breaks down more and more. Like, you think you're going to play a Mario level, and then you're walking on the overworld, and all of a sudden you have a random encounter, and then suddenly you're fighting an RPG boss. Like, have we messed with the overworld a lot? Can you do like encounters and stuff on the overworld or something? That'd be funny. Or like how D4 turned into like Space Invaders or Pac-Man or something, where it just breaks down. We've seen that a little bit with like some Undertale style stuff. Thinking like Liz Star's final boss in Goblin's Quest. But I'm fascinated by that whole idea. Or like you get stopped by an NPC who then challenges you to a game of chess or something. Walking Eye, nice job. All right, that was quick, yo. Every time I start like looking at someone, like I pay attention to someone's screen, it always seems like they win. Ooh, wow, D4. And mostly completed new tool for inserting custom overworld sprites. Holy moly. Yeah, Final Fantasy type overworld. That'd be pretty wild. Yeah, I've seen a little bit in that hack as well, Super Mike. It definitely, you know, people do that. I'm not like talking like this is a completely new idea. It's just something that I'm fascinated by, because when you can turn it into anything, it's not like the trick isn't what you turned it into, but how. You know what I mean? Like, how did that all work, and like how did it mess with the player's expectations? I think that's just interesting. It's art, and it gets just some really unexpected, you never know what's coming up kind of situations. Putting chess AI, yeah, it does, Minyas, for sure. Although, I will remind everyone that Atari 2600 did have a chess game, and it was 4 kilobytes of memory that ran a very small chess engine. And if you happen to play on the expert difficulty on Atari chess, the computer can take up to 7 hours to calculate a move. So imagine back in the day playing one expert game of chess against the computer for months. Literally months. At a certain point, we have to reconcile with the fact that we're hacking a 30-year-old game with limited memory. And we can expand on that, but at a certain point, we have to reconcile with the fact that Silly Putty is not reinforced steel. And as much trickery as we can use to mimic that, you know, it just isn't. So there is that. Yeah, 7 hours for Atari chess to calculate a move. Meanwhile, the whole time the screen is just flashing colors at you. So just imagine like waking up one day and moving, you know, the pawn to king 4 or whatever, doing that one opening move, and then just like, well, I'll be back at the end of the workday. Can reinforced steel copy the newspaper? No, it can't, Spud. No, it can't. And that is a very good point. You cannot, in fact, press reinforced steel onto a newspaper to see a reverse image of Popeye the Sailor Man. Unless it was very, very hot. And even then, it would just burn the newspaper. Yeah, that's why I'm giving Rusty Fuzzy the big working hard points. EJ in the door. EJ in the door, and that's why I'm giving Rusty Fuzzy the big working hard points, because Rusty Fuzzy has the skills to do this. They just unfortunately have convinced themselves that that's what you have to do. And that, you know, honestly, that happens to the absolute best of us. No jokes, because I do it more than I care to admit. Just get committed to the wrong thing. And just for whatever reason, I don't know why I thought that's what you do and why I spent that long working on it, but I sure did. Yo, let's say hey to Tomato Phalanges in the lower left, working on the first section. That's pretty wild, Endless Ascent. The hardware modding stuff is where I get fascinated. That's magical alchemy. But yeah, it's all too easy to get committed to the wrong strat, and just I do it all the time. Honestly, it's not like, oh, you're being dumb or whatever. Like, no, it's not dumb. It's just very easy to screw that up. So that's why Rusty Fuzzy gets the working hard points. Used to play bass for Magical Alchemy. Wow, can I have your autograph? I loved that first live album that you did. That was so good. Live in Tokyo, 2003. Holy moly, that album changed my life. Sorry about that whole mix-up on tour that happened. Really sucks. Oh, that's good. Glad y'all healed. I bet the reunion album will be even better. I'll get my tickets for Alchemy Con whenever whenever COVID kind of lifts up a little bit and wherever we can be safe. It's Ender of Games right now. Rusty Fuzzy, Tomato Phalanges, and EJ. Oh man, hey, I'm having a great time at AlcheCon 2025, man. Sir, excuse me, this is an Alchemy Con. What do you mean? It's Sunset AlcheCon. Like, no, it's not what you think. Yeah, you're not what I think, man. Yo, I wanted to mention, too, while we're hanging out, if you, that's right, you, are down for a Kaizo challenge, Tomato Phalanges right now has a speedrun bounty for polyphony, polyphony, that hack I never say correctly, palabalo, for their pepperoni hack, and if you can get a world record time, you could win a bounty that's cash money in your hand. So if that sounds interesting, head on over smwcentral.com. I still have to get the new version moderated, but it's in the waiting. Pick it up and try your hand at some speedrun bounty. I like that idea. I think people offering bounties for speedrun stuff is it's pretty cool. Oh no, Rusty Fuzzy getting the idea. Oh no, I wonder if they realized it. I think they realized it. I think the light bulb just went on, and Rusty Fuzzy. Yeah, I think the light bulb just went on. Oh gosh, ASM bounty. Yes. More people should be putting more money into ASM. And the friends who make it. Here goes Ender of Games for the door. They're jumping. Yeah, that's, that really is the thing, is that the knowledge and specialized skill that goes into being able to make custom code for a 30-year-old video game is not easy to come by. And as is with a lot of things, you're paying for the experience. It's $5 for a hammer and nails, and $100 to know where to put that one nail. That experience isn't easy to come by, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap to get either. It requires a lot of work and time, and that's just I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing it up even, but it's just a perspective that I want to speak for, because it's just like it's just like if you're an artist or something, like, or if you're a really good cook, you make come on, just make me one, make a cheeseburger, man. Like, well, like, yeah, that's technically easy to do in some cases, but you're asking someone with a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and that's worth it. And those it's worth it to pay for that. You get what you pay for. You know what I mean? I'm a big advocate for people behind the scenes in ROM hacking also being able to make money. I mean, many people who are streamers and content creators are able to make a living doing this, but we do that thanks to the good work that people who are not content creators necessarily have done. And I as much as I can, I really want to talk for that style, or for that. Yes, I'm looking at the chat. I want to talk for that perspective and just kind of make people aware. And yeah, Ender going for a non-P speed strat there, but actually getting it to work in the end. Tomato phalanges, let's go. Nice job. So people have I've been kind of surprised to see what folks do with this boss, because sometimes it takes a long time, and some people who took a long time to get to the boss just rock it out immediately. Misha Vargas comes to mind, just like done, out of here. Still looking for a checkpoint for Rusty Fuzzy. I hope everyone in chat, I hope you can pop off and get really excited when Rusty Fuzzy makes it to the checkpoint. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. I may have given you that wish before, but I still mean it. That's a good question, Endless Ascent. I'm not the cat for the job. Oof. Fun fact, if you didn't know, mentioning SMRPG, there is an editor for it, and Pidge01 has been working on a lot of cool hacks for SMRPG. There is a randomizer too, and I think crowd control now as well. The more time goes on, and I think the more that Mario hacking becomes and stays popular, I think the more like people and communities from other games are kind of side-eyeing Mario World and being like, I want to do that for our game. And I like, the more I watch and kind of look out, the more I start to see Rusty Fuzzy finally getting in the door. Let's go. Love to see it. See, it changed your mind and changed the world. What is reality but our perception of it? Rusty Fuzzy overcoming the most difficult thing, which is your freaking mind. I don't say that lightly either. That's tough. We're all working hard. Rusty Fuzzy finally made it in. Ender of Games still working to get there. Rusty Tomato EJ hanging out at the boss. Let's go. Oh, Pidge is working on a pretty huge rando update. That's awesome. Very excited for that one. I like to follow that thread that they have about the progress. They're always doing cool stuff with it. There are old SMRPG Kaizo hacks. SMRPG Armageddon is the one that comes to mind. I've never tried it myself, although I might like to. Seems cool. It's, as far as I've seen and understand it, it's more of like a stat edit. It's not like, it's like the real game, but there's like extra bosses and all the things have really harder stats, and there's just like a ton more bosses and gauntlets and stuff. But it doesn't like, it's not a hack in the sense that we would think of like a Mario World hack. Excuse me. Get a grip here, Glitch. If you ever wanted to fight Kingdom Hearts in Super Mario World or Super Mario RPG, yeah. I don't know. I don't mean to disrespect the amount of work or time that went into that. It feels a little dated, I guess. Maybe just a little cheesy, kind of limited. I mean, obviously it's a labor of love, and I don't mean to disrespect the work, but it just seems a little kind of old school. Oh, EJ, no! They had the win, and then they opened the floor. Oh, no. Hey, what's up? Less than Possum? Maybe, with a shot to make some progress. Whoa, EJ with the moves here. I like these jumps. Risky. Gosh, EJ, so close. I'm rooting for you. Played a Kaizo Yoshi's Island ROM hack this week. That's cool. There are some good ones. It's a little bit tougher to get than SMW. There's less of them, but there are definitely some fun ones out there. Yeah, Less Than Possum right there for the door. Rusty Fuzzy. Oh, EJ. Hey, all right. Nicely done. Yo, ThirdWall, thank you again for a fun level this week. That's twitch.tv/ThirdWall. And definitely, if you enjoy this, grab the patch from Romhack Races and check out Mostly Harmless by ThirdWall. Ender with the off-stream H. Nice. Let's go. Ender of games. Oh, no, they're right here. They're literally right here. Yeah, they're in the lower right. There they are. Oh, I see. Yeah, EJ got it, and then we swapped in Ender, and they got it. They had got it while they were off. Right. Word. Oh, yeah, Less Than Possum. Let's go. Everybody is doing so dang well on this. Everybody is doing so dang well on this. Nice job. We rock, you know. We're pretty good at these Mario hacks. Pretty good at the regrabs, as the kids are saying. The kids are doing regrabs. What it means for you and your family. Are your kids in patching ASM? Find out tonight on a special edition. Special report by Talking Headmotron. They call him the fruit dealer, but he sells a little bit more than fruit. And then they cut to an interview of that really out of touch guy with the polo shirt, like, well, you know, my video game addiction, my kids aren't doing their homework. We'll take this man's views seriously tonight at 11. Little Billy used to love to go fishing. Now all he wants to do is regrabs. No, I was suggesting video game addiction. That's far more intense. Yeah, kids used to cultivate gardens and read books about philosophy. Now all they do is hang out and blindfold themselves and play video games. I tell you, things were better back when all toys were made out of wood or cheap-ass plastic. Toys were better when they didn't talk. Yo, GG, EJ. Well played. That was a stylish win. You had the moves. I remember it literally took all afternoon to print out cheat codes for a video game, and half of them didn't even work. Why, I once spent the entire summer of 1993 trying to do Scorpion's Fatality. Oh, I know the answer to that one, RB Pimlico. They melted it all down and made it into Zeppelins in the mid 70s. Yo, I want to help with this shameless plug. ThirdWall working on a hack, and I'm told that perhaps this level is a little preview of that hack, which if that bodes well. I think that means that from the strength of this one, I think it's gonna be a good hack. Is it gonna be all airports? That'd be funny. Super Airport World. Spent an hour inputting a Game Shark code for it to crash the game. Lovely. Lovely. Well, I think it went well. I think we all agree this is a pretty cool level. It's the it's the meme of the wife asking, "Why don't we have lead paint anymore?" And then the guy is turning over the calendar page to reveal that it's 1984. Well, it looks like they're out of lead paint at the hardware store. God, I hate this modern world so much. Give me that old asbestos insulation like they used to make. Who's it going to be first here? Yeah, Rusty almost had it. Less Than Possum, Tomato Phalanges, Rusty Fuzzy versus Ender of Games. Oh yeah. Just kind of looking at the time. We usually schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts, and I think we're gonna get some clears. Rusty Fuzzy's got the moves here. Look at that. Look at him go. Look at him go. Ah, they hit the ceiling. A common death. One off stream. Word. Oh no! Rusty Fuzzy is due. They are due, but not before. Ender of Games. Oh my gosh, they almost got hit by that bullet bill. So close. Clutch. Ender of Games, nicely done. The sub 2 hour on a 6 out of 10 level. That's some skill. Nice. Still got Proto Pizza working on the first section. Okay. There they are. Proto Pizza getting the hard worker award. Oh, they're making moves. This is it. Proto Pizza's going to get in on this one. Exactly. Nope. Sorry. Never mind. Final four. We got Less Than Possum, Rusty Fuzzy, Tomato Phalanges, and Proto Pizza. Yeah, that's Switch. It's an easy mistake to make. It's easy. I have no I have nothing to say about that. It's an easy mistake to make. It can happen to literally anyone. And it'll happen to you. Yep, gotta flip that skill switch. Just jiggle the handle a little bit. All right, let's hear it for these racers in chat. They've been working really hard tonight. Less than Possum Rusty Fuzzy, Tomato Phalanges Proto Pizza. Yo, Tomato Phalanges looking on a good run right now. They're trying a different pattern, I think. Tough jumps, man. Tough jumps. The music dying in the boss fight is a known issue. You know, something I don't see anybody going for, and maybe I just missed it, but nobody skips a cycle. That's a viable strat. There's not a really threatening time limit here, and everyone always just tries to go for every time Wendy shows up. Maybe skip a cycle sometimes if it means staying a little safe. Oh, is that the case? Okay. See that? Yeah, didn't realize because it's speeding up. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It's not how they do things at O'Hare International. No skipping cycles. Yep, no, that makes sense. I just didn't think of that. This is your captain speaking. Want to make sure you are all buckled in. The flight is gonna be moving. Don't miss any cycles. O'Hare, look out! Rusty Fuzzy has escaped. They have escaped. Rusty Fuzzy has finally landed at O'Hare International after a big delay. that was all kinds of annoying, and they finally did it. And the freaking nuts on Clark ran out of delicious almonds, and the in-flight movie was Biodome with Pauly Shore. Jeez. Good job, Rusty Fuzzy, making it through and under 2 hours. Well played. Final 3 with just a little bit of time to go. I wouldn't necessarily mind doing a little bit of overtime, but I don't know how everybody's feeling. Less Than Possum, Tomato Phalanges working on the boss, and Proto Pizza trying to get there. Should have flown out of Midway. Oh, yeah, Microwave Brother, except what about the Battle of Midway? You know, that Nintendo game? Rusty Fuzzy, yo, you figured it out. You figured it out. We're rooting for you. Good job. Well played. Should have flown out of Midway. Oh man, that's funny. I gotta give it to you. That's super funny. All right, we're gonna get some clears here. Less Than Possum, Tomato Phalanges have both gotten 4 hits. So let's get some clears. We schedule about 2 hours, but that's an approximation sometimes. We want to cheer everybody on, and we're really appreciative of folks coming out and racing, doing their best for Romhack races. So I'd like to celebrate that. I'd like to celebrate that as possible. Don't forget, go and follow the racers. If you're looking for a little bit more Kaizo on Twitch, there is no shortage of excellent streams. And you did hear correctly. This is from an upcoming hack by our pal, twitch.tv/ThirdWall. Partnered Twitch streamer and Kaizo SMW Central mod. ThirdWall making a new hack, but sharing a little bit of their creation with us tonight as a timely backup level. We really appreciate it. If you call me for a backup level, you're gonna get not an easy level. I have some backup levels from essentially Search for Salmon 2. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a few levels done for that, like 3. But no, just nah. You know what kind of makes me happy on a completely unrelated note? I don't think anyone has done fish swarm surfing the way Search for Salmon did. I expected to maybe see more variants of that idea. Nobody did it. It makes me kind of smile. Oof. Tomato Phalanges looks like they've really got a good pattern if they can just get those jumps right. Yeah, you know, at the very least, Search for Salmon is designed to immediately show you, hi, this is very, very super difficult. I didn't want to trick people. I felt like if I made the first level easy, easier than the rest of it, that it would just be like bait and switch, you know? People would feel bamboozled, like, hey, you tricked me. It's kind of like Casio. The first level is just really super hard, and just let them know right up front, hey, this is very tough, like speed dating, you know? 5 minutes, you know, hey, this is gonna be rocking hard. I think that's just kind of better. Players don't like being tricked. Who does? Or feeling like they got kind of swindled or something. Hi, I'm very difficult. I'm very difficult. Hi, do you want to do the same thing for a few hours? Me too. Oh yeah, spring jumps. Oh yeah. I think people don't need to get good at spring jumps. I think people need to have an aha moment where they realize what the proper timing for a spring midair is, and then it becomes easy. I'm still not convinced that I alone possess some weird technique that makes them utterly free. I think I just know what the timing is. Yeah, honestly, spring jumps are an aha moment. It's just you have to do them a lot faster than you think you do. A lot of tricks you can look at them visually. Springs, you just have to do it with your hands. Just make your hands do that midair really fast. And don't think about the visuals of it, because the visuals are nonsense. The visuals don't make sense. You're bouncing off the spring while it's like 4 blocks away and below you. It doesn't make any sense. We believe in you, Tomato. What a thing to say. Go, Tomato. We really believe in you. Go, Banana. Spring Shredder? Gosh, I don't know. Hadn't really thought about it till you just gave me the idea. Well, I wasn't going to put it in, but if you insist. Just for you. Yeah, I think it would help. I don't know if everything in Sheffy moves like a third slower or if it's just shells. I can't recall. Yeah, it would be a good play. Honestly, the thing is, too, you can find areas in the vanilla game where you just have a spring and a big open area to play around with. You can just do it there, too. Just use the spring midairs are one thing where you really can use the vanilla game like a sandbox. Try to keep that in mind sometimes. It can be really helpful. And that way, too, you know that you're getting the authentic physics and the authentic physics and patches. That you're not, like, learning a frame rule patched one or something. Yeah, that's true, too, Louis. The springs done Sheffy 2 don't freeze you like in vanilla. My advice would be to practice the sandbox and just play the vanilla game. If I were being real about it, but Sheffy 2 wouldn't be unhelpful. Sheffy 2 mid-airs. You can get about 500 every half an hour. Yeah, that's what I said. You can get 500 every half an hour. Yo, have a good night, T. Supermarket. Thanks for watching. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand spin drops. The physics are very deep, and the spring will go over most players' heads. To be fair. Y'all are very kind and cool. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope you're having a good time. If you'd like to learn a little bit more, you can check out romhackraces.com, jump on our Discord server, talk shop with us, and download any of these level patches that you might want to try for yourself. Play them anytime. Well, you know what? Some words of support for Proto Pizza, I think, are definitely in order. We do these races for we schedule about 2 hours for these, my friends. Less Than Possum, Tomato Phalanges are getting really close. They know they're going to do it. But we always try to raid someone who could use some encouragement and some kind words. So pretty soon here, we're going to get a raid going for Proto Pizza to wrap it up. Give them some Romhack race support. We say, races... We're here to celebrate everybody, no matter how long it took. You beat the level, you're trying your best. That's what it's all about. It's about the skill, it's about the friendship, and the good times we have along the way. I had a lot of good times with all of you. Thanks for being a part of this. I really appreciate it. It's like my favorite part of the week. Always fun to do. Less than some nice, clear, right at the buzzer. Big buzzer beater. Less Than Possum. That was Possum. Nice job. But this is always a ton of fun. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Like I said, check out romhackraces.com and jump on our Discord if you want to say hey. That'd be great. We have races every Saturday night right here on twitch.tv/romhackraces. So tap that follow button gently if you want to come back and hang out. I don't know who's up next for making, but we will have another race a week from now. And I guess we've got a little bit of SMB3, SMB2 action coming up. So stay tuned for that. Maybe some double headers in the works. For right now, everybody, thank you for sharing the time with us tonight. Thanks for being a part of the Romhack Races community. Big shout-outs, as always, to Dr. No, Dark9, Kelgan, D4, behind the scenes, all the testers, OmNomNom, Marcy, and SJ, and everyone for helping us out. ThirdWall for making the level. I guess GlitchCat for commentating, I suppose. And thank you all so much for hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow on Twitch. I'll see you next week here on Romhack Races. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled lives matter. You too. I will see you all again real soon. Thanks for hanging out. And go raid Proto Pizza. Give him some follows. Give him some hype. Come back again and get hype with us next Saturday. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Peace.
Wow.